Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Let's get myself in focus here. I am sipping on this Zevia Kids, I don't know if you guys can see it, fruit punch flavored drink. If you guys aren't on Zevia, guys, like, this isn't sponsored, but you need to get on it because it is so good and flavorful, and there's no like bad ingredients in it. It's like all we drink. We don't drink soda. So this is fruit punch flavored and it's for children, but I'm basically a baby, so here we are. And yeah, today's video is going to be all about Kindle book recommendations. I'm going to be specifically talking about authors though, because some of these books, like, there's so many, or there's some in a series, and I just wanted to give the author a shout out in general because a lot of their books are available on Kindle Unlimited, and even though I haven't read them all, I still recommend them as an author, like, in general. So that is what this video is going to be about. So go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if that's like your type of style video, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. And without further ado, let's jump into the video. So I have been obsessed with my Kindle. This is by far like my all-time favorite gift I have ever received. I'm obsessed, and I have this cute little bookshelf case with like a sleeve in the back, and it's my best friend. I love this so much, and I wanted to give you guys some recommendations if you have a Kindle and you don't really know what to read on there, or what's good, what should I check out, or you're thinking about getting a Kindle and you're like, but what is available to me on Kindle Unlimited? So I wanted to talk about some of these that I've given these books 5 stars to, and the writing is just amazing. So yeah, let's just get into it. We're gonna start right off the bat with my personal favorite and series, like one of my favorite series of all time, and that is the Plated Prisoner series by Raven Kennedy. Raven Kennedy has several book series available, I believe, on Kindle Unlimited. They were gone, but I think she's bringing them back. But specifically the Plated Prisoner series is kind of like a King Midas, very loose retelling, and it is a fantasy romance centered around this girl who has been gilded by King Midas. So as we all know, King Midas has the power to turn anything to gold that he touches, and she's been gold touched. She is the king's favored, and she is living in his castle in a giant cage, essentially. So we have a lot of captive trope things going on here. We have Stockholm Syndrome. We have a lot of triggers for this series. But when I tell you this series is exquisite, magical, phenomenal, the hero is just amazing. You have character development. You have really cool powers. Like this book series has it all. Raven Kennedy did such a good job. And I have not read her other books. There's like a Cupid story that she has also on Kindle Unlimited that I want to read, but I haven't gotten to it yet, but I plan to. But definitely check her out if you haven't yet and you like fantasy romance. Like I said, this book series is so good. There's 4 out so far, and she's currently writing the last one. I believe it will be the last one in the series. So definitely check this one out. It's my favorite. I have to recommend it. Then we have a romance author, and her name is Mariana Zapata. She wrote All Roads Lead Here, From Lukov with Love, The Wall of Winnipeg and Me, and so many others. They are all available on Kindle Unlimited, and they are big chunky books, so just know that before you read these. But they are so good. They are slow burn, so I will say that if you are looking for a romance that just gets right into like the romance, you're not going to find that. You're going to find a really good story with characters that have some things going on, and it takes a lot for the heroine and the hero to get together at the end, but it is so cute. All of the stories are beautifully written. She has a great way with words, and I've given all of the books I've read by her 5 stars, so I can't imagine any of her books being terrible. And I definitely recommend checking her out if you like romance books, you like angst, you like grumpy men, you like slow burn, then definitely check her out. You will love all of them. One of my more recent finds in the fantasy genre is the Bridge Kingdom series by Danielle Jensen. And this was actually like, it just kept showing up on my recommendations on Kindle Unlimited, and I decided to just check it out, see what it was all about. No one really talked about it too much online, but I kept seeing the cover for this over and over again. I was like, all right, I'm looking for a fantasy. Let's check this out, see what the hype is. I gave this book a 5-star rating. It was so good. And it was mostly like political intrigue, like battle stuff. We have an assassin. We have like an arranged marriage. We have an evil like king, father person. It was so good. And it's one of like, there's 2 out. Hold on. Okay, so there's 2 books with the main characters, and then book 3 is with other people within the same storyline. But book 4 is being written, and I think it's going to go back to the original characters, if I'm not mistaken. So the first 2 books I read, The Bridge Kingdom and The Traitor Queen, and I gave them 5 stars. They were so good. Her writing style was really, really engaging for me, especially because there was so much more like political dialogue and war strategy talk that I'm not normally used to. I haven't read something like that since I read like Game of Thrones. So I was surprised by how much I enjoyed this series, and we do have a little bit of romance in there as well, which was more up my alley personally. So definitely, if you are into fantasy romance, if you are into great plot as well as character development, definitely check her out. She has other books as well on KU, so I will be checking them out. Maybe I will mention them here in another video or on my TikTok. Little plug in there if you want to follow me. But yeah, definitely check out Danielle Jensen. She writes really, really cool fantasy stories, and yeah, it's just different, unique than the normal fantasy romance I've been reading. So check her out. So you can probably tell that I like fantasy and romance books, especially on KU. And I think because I haven't really taken the time to read any like thrillers yet on here. So these are pretty much just gonna be romance and fantasy books, but that's fine, you know? So we'll get there. But for now, we have another romance book or another romance author, and I've read like 3 or 4 of her books so far. They are standalones, but you can all read them in the same series, like back to back. And her name is Laura Pavlov, and she has tons of books available on KU. I read the Honey Mountain series, but there are a ton available, and they all, like, the Honey Mountain series centers around these sisters, and they all have their own story, but you don't have to read them in order. You don't have to read all of them. They all have their own individual story, but you get to see them in all of the books. So they're really cute. Small town in, I think it's like Northern California. But each one has like a different trope. So we have like the age gap, we have best friend's brother, we have friends to lovers, we have enemies to lovers. And yeah, they're just really cute, kind of cheesy. But if you like that kind of stuff, if you're just wanting to smile, have a nice happily ever after, have a good time, if you like Hallmark movies, you will love her. I really like her writing. They're really cute and they just make me happy, and they're short reads. I can read them in a day. So definitely wanted to recommend them here because I do give her 5-star ratings when I read her books. They're just really cute and they just make me happy. So if that's what you're looking for, then definitely check her out because they're really cute. And I think I said cute a lot describing her, but yeah, I don't regret it. Going into some darker themes in the romance genre, I wanted to mention Emily McIntire, who did like these, she's been doing really cool fairy tale retellings, but like dark, twisty versions of them. So I read Hooked and Scarred, and she also came out with Wretched, that is new on KU, and she's currently publishing Twisted. Each one centers around a different like a fairy tale princess story that you know from like when we were growing up. So Scarred centers around the Lion King. Twisted, what she's writing, I think is going to be like an Aladdin retelling, but they're dark, so they're gonna have trigger warnings, they're gonna have darker themes, there is gonna be some violence there, but there's also like a lot of romance. So if you like falling in love with the villain, I think that you will enjoy these books, because they definitely give off those like anti-hero loving the villain type of vibes. Like if you like Dexter, I think you will like these books. But if you also like fairy tales and stuff, then definitely check it out. It's cool. Her writing is fun. I really like the stories. I thought that they were just a really good time and different and unique from what I'm used to reading. So if you like fairy tales, fantasy, and aren't heavily triggered, because again, there are trigger warnings with this, and they do bring them up with when you start the books, they will have that there for you. But another reason why I really like Emily McIntire is she has really cool playlists for her books. So I've never done that before, where you like listen to music while you're reading, or like listen to a specific song to get you in the mood for a specific book, but she has them, she includes them. So when you start the books, you can see her playlist for that specific book, and I thought that was really cool. Hope I got to see more authors doing that. I thought that was unique, and yeah, she is someone that I would definitely recommend if you are new to KU and romance and want to dive into that genre. That is going to conclude my Kindle Unlimited author recommendations. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any KU recommendations of authors or specific books, please let me know, because I love my Kindle. I'm always trying to read more on there, so I'm not constantly buying books, and I'm open to literally any genre. So please let me know if you have any recommendations. Definitely on the lookout for some more books. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. If you have read any of these books or any books from these authors, what did you think? I would love to know what your thoughts are down in the comments. And yeah, thank you again so much for watching. Until next time, I will see you in my next video. Bye.